welcome into, we're going to kind of call this on the go.
Well,
because,
bon appetit too.
And bon appetit. They're both of them. Get on the
Absolutely.
go down to the farmer's market
Absolutely.
and get something good to eat. How about that one?
You got
And
it.
you go see Ms. Jean Wright, because it's Wright's Farmer's Market right next to the Coliseum, and that is the place to be. I sat and talked to you for about an hour, and just, not only did I get great produce, but
Yes.
you get great wisdom too, and you teach us how to pick things out, and we're going to talk about that today. Because sometimes I'll go to the grocery store, I'll get something, Jack, and I get it home,
Right.
it's not good, either it wasn't ripe or I didn't pick it right. But we want to talk a little bit about your fruits that you have there right now, and what's coming in, and a couple of other things. So let's start here with, I love these that you have.
Okay, you know, there's a lot of kids out of school now, and they're staying at home, swimming, and, you know, doing a lot of things at home. These make good snacks. Most all kids like pickles.
Right.
And if you get, this is the pickled asparagus. It's a good snack. Get it cold. Better than candy. And then you've got your pickled beans.
Right.
And the pickled okra.
That's good stuff.
And you would be surprised. You'd think kids would like pickled okra, but they do. But, you know, when they're at home and it gets hot and they want a little snack, that's good to get it cold and let them snack on it. And the blackberries.
Ooh, look at those.
And the blueberries.
Both are very good for you from a health
You can
perspective.
take these, you can take either one and like wash them off real good. Just put them up in the freezer let them get good and cold, and let them snack on those.
So you put them in the freezer?
Put them up in the freezer for just let them get real cold.
Okay.
You don't want them to freeze
Right,
completely.
right.
And they have fun eating, you know, eating them when they're a little bit frozen like that.
Right.
But, and of course these make good cobblers.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
That
And they're
sounds
good for you. But those they're homegrown. And then we get plums. Now this plum here is a sweet plum. They're homegrown. Now of course a lot of people like the green plums with salt.
I've never had a green plum.
They're a little sour,
Okay.
but
The salt will sweeten it up a little bit.
the
So
green plums are real popular.
that's
And
interesting.
everybody that likes those like salt with those to
Okay.
take away some of the bitterness. And of course, like I said, the red ones are sweet.
Then we're going to bring in the old cantaloupe.
Cantaloupes.
And you told me the old, with a nose like mine, you said, put that nose right on top of that thing, take a deep breath. If you smell cantaloupe, it's ready to eat.
And the more yellow it is, the more ready it is to eat.
Okay.
If you get one with a lot of green on it,
It's not
you
ready.
need to wait a day or two. But if they have a lot of yellow to it, it's ready.
now I usually, am I doing this right? Because normally I
This
smell
one-
like this end.
This one needs probably another day,
Okay.
and it'll be good and ripe. But most people, you go like where they cut the stem there, is where you can smell it mostly.
Right.
Okay.
It's like where
okay.
the
I've been smelling
stem's
the wrong
cut.
end then.
But the more yellow it gets, the riper it
Okay.
gets.
Okay. And then peaches. All kinds of peaches. So what's the secret to picking good peaches?
Okay, you don't want, same thing with peaches, like these peaches were just picked yesterday.
Okay.
So they're a little bit firm. A lot of people like hard peaches. But if you don't, just leave them sitting out. They'll ripen.
Oh,
It only
yeah.
takes a day or two, especially with all the
But I'm
rain.
going to tell you something. They ripen pretty fast.
They do.
And
So
if
you
you
have to watch
don't, unless you got a load of people, this here, if I took that home, I'd wind up eating 4 peaches out of that, and probably the rest of it would go bad because I just can't get to them fast enough.
Well, you can also put these in your crisper too, and
Can
let
you?
them
Okay.
just take
That
a
just
few
slows it
out
down?
take a
Okay.
few out at a time, and that way you won't lose so many. You might lose, but you'd be surprised how long they would stay. As long as
Refrigerated.
you kept them cool,
Yeah, okay.
Because they ripen from the inside out.
They
Don't
do,
And
yeah.
if you cool them down.
And
It'll-
you know, some people think that if you mash a peach, that'll tell you if it's ripe, but that bruises it.
Yep.
And but just leave it sitting out once it's been picked. It don't take but a
You know,
day
you
or
can
two.
tell by the smell on a peach too.
Yes.
They all every fruit has its own
most of your
fragrance.
peaches come from Chilton County now?
Chilton County, yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the best peach areas in
Absolutely.
the country.
It is, it really is.
So-
You have a lot of farmers,
Right.
peach farmers, and as a matter of fact, they ship peaches out to other states from up there.
What Jack and I love is that you don't know where things come from when you go to the grocery store, or they
Right.
come from Chile, or they come from Mexico, or whatever.
Yes.
And you don't know what, there's no regulation there, so you don't know what goes on there. These, you're support our local farmers.
That's right.
And you're supporting people who work so hard.
They do. Our little farmers really work hard.
So,
People really need to support them. You know, it's their living.
yeah, so you want to go get fresh, local.
You got it. And remember this young lady works hard too, because they're open 7 days a week at the farmer's market, 7 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Coliseum Drive or Dickinson Drive, right next to Garrett Coliseum. Make sure you go on there. Tell them you saw them on Time of Your Life, and they'll give you an extra smile. No, they've always got a great smile for
That's
you.
true.
And we'll be right back right after this.